Hey everybody, did you know you can go to colinmullen.com in order to get art and art prints? It's why I have the website, and someday I'll remember to update it. colinmullen.com. So real quick before we get into today's subject matter, I just want to talk about this painting for a minute. So me and my wife celebrated our 3rd/9th anniversary. We decided to make our anniversary, our wedding date, the same as the day that we started dating, so that way we could keep that holiday going, and so it keeps it easier to track. So I wanted to get her something nice. I got her some cookbooks that are from this guy that we really like, and I wanted to get her something else. And I had recently sold the painting that's in the kitchen, that dying light painting. I need to update the website to say that, but I sold the dying light painting in the kitchen, and I wanted to make sure that there was another painting up in there. And so I figured, hey, let's do something that's going to be uniquely special to us, and that is of the Ithaca Falls in New York. We went to a park. I think we had a picnic in front of this one time. And so that was fun, and it's pretty. I really like upstate New York. Just, it's beautiful out there. There's nothing to do, but it's very pretty. And so I thought this would be a nice thing to have put up on our kitchen wall, and something that I wouldn't feel bad about making ours, that wouldn't be something that we sold. Because ideally I sell all of these paintings, that way I have space for more paintings. Anyway. As far as the quality of the painting, it's all right. I'm not used to doing the more realistic stuff. I'm not really used to doing landscapes, and I think it shows. There's definitely some polishing that really needs to be done for it to be considered complete in my eyes. And it's not coming together. So it's fine. It's not the worst. But it is, it's an alright painting, and from a distance it looks good. So I guess we'll go with that. The real thing is much more vibrant. It has much more contrast. Mine's kind of muddy and all kind of blends together. So not the happiest with it, but there it is. Anyway, let's talk about today's thing, because that's probably why you're here. So recently there's been an advent of this mixing media called acrylic pour. The idea is that you mix it with acrylic paints, and then you can pour that in a variety of different ways, variety of different styles and techniques, in order to get different effects to be able to make sort of instant paintings. They all have this marble aesthetic, but with different colors, where you've got lines and colors that look like they would be naturally occurring, but they're really vibrant. And as a whole, like, this channel, right, is about me trying to encourage you to do art, to make art, to improve yourself as an artist. And so it feels against my nature to say I really hate acrylic pours. And I can't quite put my finger on it. And I think part of it is when I do art where everything is meticulously planned, and there's some room for experimentation. There's some room for, things will go wrong or things will go right in unexpected ways. But I would say there's an 80-ish%, I've planned this out, I know where this is going, kind of before I walk into a painting. Either I've sketched it out or I've got an idea in my head. I know what I'm gonna do. I know how the painting's gonna go, and it allows me to get effects that I'm really happy with, that are, expressive of the things that I want to express, and gets the ideas that are in my head out onto paper, or canvas in this case. With acrylic pours, it always kind of looks the same. There's very few artists who are taking it to the next level, where they have it be either representative, or they have a design in mind and they're letting the randomness fill in the gaps of that. For example, recently I saw someone who had drawn the face of a girl, and then the hair is made out of acrylic pours, but it all cohesively goes together. It looks like it's all part of one piece. It doesn't look like there's any randomness to it. To me, I feel like my issue with acrylic pours is it feels like a technique and not like a completed style. In the same way that doing a brush stroke does not make a complete style. It's a thing you do. You do that a bunch, you use it in very controlled ways, and at the end of the day, you have something that looks good because you did it all together. For instance, here in this painting, I'm using a fan brush in order to get some of the waterfall done and some of the grass done, because I know that it'll have this kind of scratchy line effect, and that scratchy line effect will give the, you know, appearance of a lot of detail, or, you know, of mist or individual strands of something, water or grass, and then it'll look like a thing, right? But with acrylic pour, it just sort of feels like a lot of people are just dumping paint onto a canvas and calling it good. And it leaves a lot of like cleanup to do. It leaves a lot of excess. It leaves a lot of waste without it being really unique. I feel like I feel kind of gatekeeperish when I say this stuff, because I want people to do art. I want people to, you know, just get their hands dirty with paint and that kind of thing. But yet, at the end of the day, like, part of that is that I want you to be not just doing the motions of doing the art, but to, you know, try and do something that represents you in some way. Whether or not you express yourself through your art in that this is a specific meaning to this painting or what have you, like, I feel like one thing that really bugs me is that every acrylic pour looks the same. So if you're like, this is me, this is my art, and it looks the same as everyone else who's doing this exact same technique, it feels like you're like removing your own humanness or individuality for this. I don't even know where this came from, this art style. It feels just sort of like a thing that's happening now. I'm not a fan of it, and I feel like some of that does have to do with some of the people that I've known who've done them, who, you know, I didn't like, so maybe that's part of my hang-up, but to me, it's very hard for me to get behind the art style, because it is just, buy this mixing media, pour paint onto canvas, you're done. That's an art. And it doesn't look good. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just that it doesn't look good. I don't know. I feel very gatekeepery in this video, and I've been thinking about it all week, trying to figure out, like, how am I gonna, like, articulate my issues with this? And I think at the end of the day, I just don't like the style. I don't like some of the people I've met who've done it. Some of them are nice, don't get me wrong. And I don't like the just repetitiveness of it. Anyway, I should probably thank the people on patreon.com/RevScarecrow that help me make these videos happen. And if you want to join them, $5 or more gets you into the Discord as well as into the end credits. That's what these people did, starting with my mom. Thank you, Mom. I love you. Thank you, Wapfu. Thank you, Top Houndor. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, The Drunk 2010. Thank you, Terry Maverick. Thank you, Snoutpunk. Thank you, Orthogonal Caster. Thank you, Neoaxed. Thank you, Mortis Nodus. Thank you, Micah. Thank you, Maliciousness. Thank you, Kayla Hollinger. Thank you, Gala. Thank you, Dragon. Thank you, Chiptune Glitch. Thank you, Bubba Fair. Thank you, Bep. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Amber. And thank you, Ats! Anyway, have you seen acrylic pours? What do you think of them? Am I just being like a old man about this, or like what's wrong with me? Tell me in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.